Hi again. Welcome to week 4 in our series on healing and wholeness. During the past 3 weeks, we've identified, first of all, our source of healing. Next, explored non-physical forms of healing like spiritual healing. And last week, Don shared with us some intriguing ideas about the power of thought. So to begin today, I have a question for you. What do you think of this statement? Your body hears every word you say. Do you think that's true? Well, have you ever looked in the mirror and not liked some part of what you saw, and then you let your body know about it? Do you think your body heard you? What exactly is your body? Is it an inanimate lump of clay, or many lumps? Or is your body congealed light energy? I think we know that our body is the physical home or sanctuary of our spirit. We have 2 different ways or areas for experiencing our consciousness, both our body and our mind. Our body is the outer objective expression of our consciousness, and our mind is the subjective experience of our consciousness seen through our thoughts and feelings. Together, body and mind both reflect our consciousness. Well, in the late 1800s, Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, realized that there is intelligence or divine mind right within the body. And that divine intelligence responds to our most powerful facility, the power of our word. And the word that we speak and think sets forth vibrations. Can you imagine the vibratory power of the spoken word when you think about a vocalist shattering a wine glass by concentrating upon its certain tones? Well, Charles Fillmore, co-founder, also said, every time we speak, we cause the atoms of the body to raise or lower the rate of vibration, as well as affecting the bodies of others with whom we come in contact. For instance, by telling a child that he looks sick and tired, the mother produces these conditions in the child's mind and body. If the mother addresses words of health and life and strength to the child, these will set his bodily functions into activity, and they will express the harmony of the dominant thought. You see, thoughts are formative. They are like seeds that produce after their kind. We have the freedom to plant in our consciousness life-giving, health-producing thoughts, or defeating and weakening thoughts. Either way, your body will hear every word you say and become what you consistently feed it. I'd like to tell you about Myrtle Fillmore. She was born in Ohio in 1845 and was diagnosed with tuberculosis at a very young age. She was told that TB runs in her family and that she was very frail and that she would probably die young like so many others in her family already had done. By the time Myrtle was 40 years old, she was living out the script that her family had told her she would. She was dying of TB and given only 6 months to live. At this point, after searching everywhere to find a cure, she and her husband Charles attended a lecture by Dr. E.B. Weeks about New Thought. And Myrtle had an aha moment, a divine revelation. She said, one idea reverberates in me over and over and over again. And that idea was, I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. I am a child of God. That means God is my true and only parent. And therefore, since God is never sick, I do not inherit sickness. Myrtle continued in her writings. This is how I've come to understand it. Life is simply a form of energy that has to be guided and directed in man's body by his intelligence. Well, how do we communicate intelligence? By thinking and talking, of course. Then it flashed upon me that I might talk to the life in every part of my body and have it do just what I wanted. I began to teach my body, and I got marvelous results. Now notice as I go on, notice Myrtle's vivid vocabulary as well as the denials and affirmations embedded in her writing. She said, I told the life in my liver that it was not torpid or inert, but full of vigor and energy. I told the life in my stomach that it was not weak or inefficient, but energetic, strong, and intelligent. I told the life in my abdomen that there was no longer infested with ignorant ideas of disease put there by myself and my doctors, but that it was all a thrill with the sweet, pure, wholesome energy of God. I told my limbs that they were active and strong. I told my eyes that they did not see of themselves, but they expressed the sight of spirit, and that they were drawing on an unlimited source. I told them that they were young eyes, clear, bright eyes, because the light of God shone right through them. And I told my heart that the pure love of Jesus Christ flowed in and out through its beatings, and that all the world felt its joyous pulsations. I went to all the life centers in my body, and I spoke words of truth to them, words of strength and power. And I asked their forgiveness for the foolish, ignorant course that I had pursued in the past, when I condemned them and I called them weak, inefficient, and diseased. I did not become discouraged at their being slow to wake up, but I kept right on, both silently and aloud, declaring the words of truth until the organs responded. Then I asked the Father to forgive me for taking his life into my organism and using it so meanly. I promised him that I would never, never again retard the free flow of that life through my mind and my body by any false word or thought, that I would always bless my body and encourage it with true thoughts and words in the wise work of building up my body temple. I would use all diligence and wisdom in telling it just what I wanted it to do. Well, after 2 years of prayer and meditation, Myrtle's tuberculosis was completely healed. And after that, Charles worked to heal a withered leg from a childhood accident, which he was able to do as well. Myrtle and Charles continued to work with others who requested healing. They would first connect with spirit and pray, and sometimes do light hands-on healing. There were so many truly amazing healings. They received thousands of letters from people expressing their gratitude for all that Charles and Myrtle were able to assist them in their healings. They obviously believed and lived by the idea that your body hears every word that you say. Now, the new science, the science of epigenetics, the study of cells, is validating these teachings. Do you know how many cells you have in your body? 70 trillion. New science found that there is intelligence in the membrane of the cell, the outer coating of the cell. And this membrane responds to stimuli from the environment in two ways, either by protection or by growth. When there is fear or stress or negative messages, the cell goes into protective mode and shuts down. When the cell hears messages like love, peace, or affirmative statements, the cell grows. With 70 trillion cells, it's like we have 70 trillion tiny ears throughout our body listening to what we are saying. Can you imagine that? Are you nurturing the growth of your being down into the cellular level? Do you have a sense of how really important words are? It's important now that we are not referring to a casual thought that might cross your mind. People might get confused here, but think of this example. Do you think that if a young child who really loves her father, but gets angry at him one day and screams, "I hate you," and then that father leaves the house, gets into an accident and is hurt, do you think the child's one expression of anger caused the accident and harm to her father? Of course not. We are referring not to just one random thought, but the pervasive trend of the mind, the total of thought that fixes and crystallizes thoughts into beliefs. I shared with some of you that long before I was in Unity and knew any of these ideas, I had a bad habit of responding to circumstances by saying, "Oh, this is just killing me." Women are probably familiar with a form of this when we used to wear high heels. "Oh, my feet are killing me." And after that, when I would say that phrase so many times, like a habit, I had a healing crisis where I nearly died. I tell you, I stopped saying that phrase. You see, it isn't the one-time expression of a thought, but the pervasive trend of the mind that fixes thoughts into beliefs. Belief, as Greg Braden says, is defined as the certainty that comes from accepting what we think is true in our minds, coupled with what we feel is true in our hearts. Myrtle's belief in having an early death was powerful to create her illness and begin her dying. As we can see, belief controls our biology. But the new science says that we are not determined by our genetics. Our very DNA can be changed by changing our beliefs. We can change our beliefs and change our biology, just like Myrtle did. Often people who hear about Myrtle and Charles' healings wonder about Myrtle. What happened to her later? How did she die? Well, Myrtle and Charles worked tirelessly for the next 46 years together in building the Unity movement and the Silent Unity prayer ministry. And at 86, Myrtle had still been continuing her work in Unity all that time. And at one point, she told her family and close friends that she felt that her work was finished here on this earthly plane. And she believed it would be easier for her to do the work that is ahead of her from the invisible plane. She was, as always, healthy and in the best of spirits. And a couple of days before her death, she went to all the workers at Unity and gave each one of them a single rose, preparing her associates, teaching them lovingly and sweetly as always, even in this last gesture. As was her custom, she went to her country home to spend the weekend with her family, where she quietly and peacefully lay down to rest and serenely slipped out into that realm that lies just beyond the senses. Of course, this message today is primarily about healing and how very important our words and beliefs are to help us return to health and wholeness. You may or may not be dealing with a personal illness or an illness in someone you love. Yet all of us are in the current situation with worldwide illness, discord, and disruption on many levels. We can use these teachings of the Fillmores to heal our reactions to the life we find ourselves in right now. As Myrtle wrote, all new experiences that try your faith. Has your faith been tried recently? All these experiences are simply opportunities for you to make the good manifest. Best of all, these experiences are the stepping stones upon which you are progressing to a more advanced expression. More of your innate capabilities that are awaiting your use. This is so important to remember the bigger picture in this time of pandemic and isolation. Our spiritual work continues in these times even more urgently. And from Philippians 4:8. And now, dear sisters and brothers, one final thing. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is holy, whatever is commendable, if there is any moral excellence, and if there is anything praiseworthy, dwell on these things. And in so doing, lift up your body as it hears every word you think and say. God bless you. And now let us prepare for meditation by listening to the music that Blair has prepared for us. And then Don will take us into meditation.
I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you, and so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you, and so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it. That you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you, and so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shine through greatness in you, and so it is. I can see it, it's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic, power, and pure sweet love. I can see it, it's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the grace that's in you. I see the courage in you. I see the heart that's in you, and so it is. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
And so let's take these thoughts now into this time of meditation. And I invite us, if your eyes are not closed already, to just close your eyes and to sit comfortably. And let us take these thoughts as an exercise, as a spiritual practice in this moment. Understanding that the words that we speak, the words that we think have power, that they are vibrations, that life is the free flow of these vibrations. And so we can speak words of love to our bodies in this moment, starting with our top of the head, speaking to our head and to our brain, the center of so much activity in the body. I bless my brain, I bless my thought process, I bless my sense organs through which I connect with this world, the sense organs that I can feel and touch, my smell, my nose, my eyes, my vision, my touch, my taste. I bless all of it as I bless the more subtle senses, intuition, love. I bless my internal organs. I thank them for sustaining my life in radiant health, for strengthening my immune system. I bless the blood flowing through my body. I bless each and every cell and every fiber and tendon and muscle throughout my body. I bless my organs of intake and my organs of elimination. I bless my back and my lower back and my neck and my spine. I bless my legs and my ankles and my feet. I bless every part of my body And I want to invite you in this moment, if you're feeling that some part of your body is needing some special attention in this moment for healing, some part of you that's calling out for attention, perhaps some part of you that feels in pain, and just allow your attention just to gently go to that area and do some good loving. Love it up real good. And we'll do that in the silence. And now if you know someone that is in need of healing, a loved one, a friend, I invite us to just direct attention to that loved one, that friend, and see their body as whole and complete, their mind, body, and spirit, healed and whole. And so acknowledging that our words have power, that our thoughts have power, the power to create, the power to sustain, the power to boost our immune systems, the power to love. And so we express these words of love and these thoughts of love to our bodies, to our mind, to our spirit, to those that we love, and we extend it out to our entire planet, to the very soul of our country and our world. And for this now we say thank you in the name and after the nature of the indwelling Christ, that perfect template of wholeness and healing that we are endowed with as the beloved of our creation and creator. And so it is. Amen. And if you would now just take a few moments to very gently and easily open your eyes, shift around in your chair a little bit. and bring our attention back.